and this is Kate with CatchingUpWithKate.com, and I am here to share one of my first big garage sale hauls from the spring season. Now, we are in San Diego, so there are garage sales every weekend, almost every weekend throughout the year, except like the 1 or 2 weekends that it rains. And even then, sometimes people have garage sales, but spring and summer is when there's community garage sales, which is what I typically will get up at Dark 34. Quick background on this. All of the things that I'm going to show you, I actually consider free. And the reason why is because we cloth diapered our youngest daughter, and we bought a set of cloth diapers about 3 years ago, and she is finally potty trained. And cloth diapers will save a ton of money over disposable diapers. So I consider the money that I spent on those diapers already paid for because I didn't have to buy regular diapers. But I just sold about half of my cloth diapers for $65 via Craigslist. So somebody took those and was very happy, and I got $65, which all but paid for what I invested in the cloth diapers. But again, I consider that free money because that money was spent long ago and has already paid for itself. So I had $65 burning a hole in my pocket, and all of the things that I'm going to show you cost less than $65. So free. And I'm going to tell you the prices that things were marked, but then in a couple situations, like at one of the houses, she added it all up and it was like $39.50, and I asked her if she was willing to take $35, which she was more than happy to do. So, and then there was one other place where I did the same thing, where it was like a couple dollars off. So I'm going to tell you the full price, and a couple of them were actually less. So, score. I feel like at a garage sale, they really just want it gone, and especially if you're buying a big lot, and if you ask them nicely, the worst they can say is no, and the best that they can say is yes. So I saved a couple dollars there, and she didn't have to haul it over to Goodwill, so everybody wins. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. I think I'll just show you the things that I purchased. Oh, I went to 2 community garage sales. So all of this stuff came from multiple houses, but I just drove to like one community, parked my car, walked around. So anyway, we bought our house a year ago, and it was jacked inside. So we have been in the process of fixing it up ourselves, and by ourselves I mean like mostly my parents and my husband, and like I get colors. But anyway, we've been like dealing with flooring and plumbing and electrical, etc., etc. So even though we've been here for a year, I'm really just starting to decorate now. And one of the things that I'm doing is wall galleries, and I think it is crazy to spend $20 on a frame, because at garage sales, people just want you to take them for next to nothing, and even if it's not the right color, a lot of times you can paint them, which is what I do. So anyway, got a bunch of frames. This frame right here I think is so cool. It's 5x7 frame. This was 50 cents. And it's really cool, kind of like a shabby look. I got these 2 pictures. I have no use at all, for pictures of geese. But it's these are both quality frames. And I'm just going to rip, and they've got great mats in them too, which I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep the mats in them. It's a double mat. But it's just a double wide mat. But I may keep the mats in it, I may not, but anyway, these frames are each $1. This frame is still in the wrapping from Aaron Brothers. Its original price was $16.99. I know Aaron Brothers does a lot of good sales and stuff, but it's literally still shrink wrapped, and this was $2, and it's super cool. It has kind of like a faux, old-fashioned look to it. So I got a boatload of books. Oh, I got this bike. This bike was at, it was in one of the community garage sales, and it was a church group also, like at one guy's house. And like a bunch of people came and brought stuff. And my son, I have a, my garage sale list that is in the queue of my blog. I haven't even published it yet. And one of the things was my son needed a larger bike. He's still he's kind of outgrown the bike he's been riding around the neighborhood. So this one is in really good shape, and it doesn't even need new tires. It doesn't even need the tires pumped up, and it was $10. So score. I got a huge box of books. I got this from our littlest. Our littlest is 3, but she's still kind of working on, you know, just like motor skills and stuff. And this was quarter, so it was fun for her. And you'll see that I got a ton of stuff for my big kids, and I just needed to bring something home for her. So for a quarter, that was it. Before I dig through this, I want to point out those 2 frames were 65 cents a piece, and then I painted them with marquee paint, which is by Behr, which we had for another project already. So score to that. And then the lamp behind it was also at the same thrift store for $4, and it works. I did need to buy the lampshade, and I had a gift card to Target, and that was $14.99 at Target. So anyway, oh, and the side table and the books were also both from garage sales. So the side table was like $5 maybe, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to paint it. And then the books were like $1 or $2 at garage sales, and they're like super cool looking books. So anyway, I want to point those out. So all of these books were a quarter or 50 cents. I think there were 2. There was one person that wanted $1 for hardcover books. So, but everything else was 50 cents. So I'm just going to go through and show you really quick. There's like a couple dozen books in here. Totally Silly Jokes. Who was Walt Disney? Yes. My son actually read half of this in Barnes & Noble once. Like, he's already read it. And then he wanted to buy it, and I was like, I don't know why I told him no. He had bought a couple other books. But anyway, it was $5 at Barnes & Noble, and it was a quarter. Magic Treehouse book. More joke books. These are, like, the Lady Grace series. They're, you know, like tween whodunits. My kids are 8 and 9, my big kids, and they read so much. And they, in a lot of cases, will pass books back and forth, and then they just go either in our garage sale bin, or we pass them down to friends, or take them to the, you know, someone's always having a fundraiser, so we donate a big box of books. This one particular garage sale we went to had a ton of American Girl doll stuff, and my daughter has totally bought into that. So they're cute and everything, and they're good quality, but they're so friggin' expensive. So we joke that American Girl doll is not in our tax bracket. So I'm really excited when I can find some things that are that American Girl doll brand at garage sale. So. Felicity's New Sister, Old School, Kaya's Escape. Look, it's hardcover. It's from the school library, apparently. Hopefully they bought it and didn't steal it. Anyway, cool. This is The Tale of Despero. Now I have bought this because I don't think they're quite in that age. Well, maybe. My son might read it, but I also bought it because I'm trying to get decorative books, which is the reason why I bought this, just for children. So it's kind of also a decorative thing. But Despero, my son might actually read it. My daughter too, but I think it's more like my son's alley. American Girl doll, Meet Marie Grace. These, oh my gosh, these books. These craft ones. At Barnes & Noble, these things are stupid expensive. I mean, I'm not trying to knock on Barnes and Noble. They're cool, and I like that people can buy books, but they're so expensive to buy these craft things, and but my daughter just loves it, and these are fun. So anyway, these were 50 cents a piece. This one was kind of jacked up, but she loves American Girl doll, so I bought it. We got Clutter Control by American Girl doll. My daughter has become very cluttered, just like me, so I can't really get after her. I mean, I do, but I get it. Like, I have a hard time with clutter, too. And anyway, she's not going to take advice from me, but she might take advice from American Girl doll. So, cool. McKenna Kanani. I don't even know who that one is, but it says American Girl doll on it, so. This one's for my son. Stink, the Incredible Shrinking Kid. I don't know. It's like a little bit below his reading level, but it was a quarter, so. American Girl doll, dive right in. The Boxcar Children. This is just like book number 3. There are a ton of these books. I remember these when I was a kid. They were so cool. The Doll People. This kind of freaks me out a little bit, actually. But my daughter will think it's cool. Adventures According to Humphrey. My son's into that. Pokemon. My son's into that. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The kids are totally into that. And American Girl Night Flyers. So that'll hold them for a while. Actually, not that long. They read so fast. But we are going to be taking a plane in a couple weeks. And it'll be really cool to just pop a couple books into their suitcases. So this was 50 cents. And this is not necessarily something I would buy, but for 50 cents, and you can tell, I mean, of course, it was probably worn at Disneyland, but these are like, I don't know, 30 or 40 bucks. It was probably worn at Disneyland, and then never again. It's totally in great shape. I'm going to Lysol it just because I don't typically buy hats, but anyway, this, we spend a reasonable or unreasonable, depending on how you look at it. We spend a lot of time at Disneyland, an unreasonable amount of time at Disneyland. So I thought this wouldn't be a bad thing for us to own. I got these for my son. Now these are Lego games, and they've been used. They said they have, each of them has the die and the instruction manual and a lot of pieces. Now, I don't know if all the pieces are there, but my son is going to nerd out on this, and he's going to check. And if it doesn't have all the pieces, we're just going to disassemble it and put it in his Lego drawer. And if it does have all the pieces, score, he's also got a new game. But these were $3 a piece. And this was one of the places where we bought where I bought a bunch of stuff, and she gave me $4 off. And that is far more than $3 worth of Legos. So, score. And if the full game is there, and it was a very, very organized family, so I would not be surprised if one or both of them does have all the pieces, we got a super rad deal. Minnie Mouse shirt for my oldest. She has all but outgrown most of her Disney t-shirts, and we are going to be spending about a week at Disney World in a couple weeks. So she needs this. What? American Girl doll. She was $7. She had a home haircut, but my daughter does not care. And even if she does, this is great because our littlest, who is 3.5, does not understand why she can't play with the $100 dolls. So this one was $7, so this one can even be the babies. But anyway, $7. Oh, 2 more bucks. Beauty Bloom Super Fudge and Double Fudge. That is classic. Cool Basket, $2. And we're down to the last stuff. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can see this. It's an American Girl Doll swing. It's not like branded American Girl Doll swing, but American Girl Dolls are going to swing on that. And it was $7. I got this little dress and this little sweater for 50 cents. And the hanger, so support. This is going to be perfect for, it's D-signed, that's like a Disney brand that they sell at Target. Anyway, this is going to be perfect for when we go to Florida, and then we have a little sweater that goes on top of it for that evening, like when we have there's like family parties at nighttime, so she'll have a little sweater to put on top of it in case it gets warm, or if it gets cold, which I've heard that it doesn't really get cold, but we'll have that on hand. But anyway, this little outfit was 50 cents. And this maybe is weird, but this is beef, right? These are like vintage. People that think these are cool, you guys are my tribe. My husband thinks they're weird, and these little parachute pants or whatever they're called. I just cannot wait to get my littlest, and she might even have one, get her a tank top and some flip-flops and just let her walk around looking adorable in that. I can't even handle it. It's really, really good material. And it's just, they're just little parachute pants. And these were 50 cents. These were by far my favorite thing that I like for me, that I bought. But anyway, so I got these really cool pants that just flew me by day for my littlest. I got Legos. I got a legit American Girl doll. She's been a little well loved, but it's cool. Tons and tons of books, a bike, a basket, doll furniture, tons of frames. For less than what I probably would have paid for the frames if I had just gone into Aaron Brothers or whatever. I spent about $50, and again, it was $50 that I had left from the cloth diapers that I sold. So anyway, stick around because there will be more garage sale hauls. You can look through my channel. There's a lot of garage sale and thrift store hauls already. So anyway, see you soon. Also check out my site. It's catchingupwithkate.com.